When you maximize your potential, the difference it's going to make in this country is huge. This is why fulfilling your potential matters so much. Potential is what happens when you become all you can be. Potential is everything you can do but have not yet done. It's everything you can be but have not yet become. I mean, it's unused success, it's uncapped capabilities, and you have it all in you. That's what Dr. King suffered for. Not to make everything perfect for you, because everything perfect for you don't always work. I was with a friend this weekend. Randy and I were talking, and I was like, here's one of my biggest fears. My biggest fear is this, especially with my kids, is that I will create conditions that they didn't have to work for. And what we don't always realize is it's the work in itself that produces the result. So the more obstacles you remove out of a kid's life, I wouldn't necessarily say that guarantees they're going to be successful. Sometimes it's those very obstacles that allow them to be successful in the first place. So I challenge every one of you to make sure you maximize the potential you've been given, the opportunity that you got right now. Now, how you do this is having a true understanding of your actual worth. Everybody got that? Understanding of your actual worth. So in my pocket right now, I got a $50 bill. So I got a $50 bill right here. Okay, everybody see that? $50 bill. So I'm going to go ahead and ball it up. Okay, just throw it on the ground. Step on it a little bit. Beat it down. You know, kick it a little bit. Anybody still want it? Hands up. Okay, now, okay, some people's like, I don't want to beat down 50. Okay, now I understand. Now, here's what I want you to understand. If I was to throw this $50 bill right here on the floor, especially those who are close. Okay? Now, y'all can act like nobody's going to run to it, but there's a good chance a few of y'all will find a way to get to this balled up, stepped on, dirty $50 bill. Okay? And you'll get there. Some of you all, am I right? You'll get it. Okay? Okay. Now, understand, it's just $50. I mean, just $50. I don't even know if you can get a good pair of sneakers for $50. Okay? I don't know what you can do with $50. Well, some things, but you know. But here, I want you to follow this now. That's what you'll do to get $50. But then you will walk and end up in class late. I hope you guys are hearing me. You will have opportunities to go to an event or a program and just won't show up. You will chase $50. $50. Just $50 that you'll use up and it'll be gone. But you have been given opportunities that are 1,000 times more valuable than the $50, and you act like it's getting on your nerves. You'll walk to it like this. Oh, it's all right. Waste away opportunity. Are you kidding me? I mean, how much sense does that? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand how ridiculous that is. Literally, everything that's being done for you here is opening up possibilities in your life that are, and it's not even just for you. It will change generations following you. But you'll fight somebody over $50 but won't fight to get yourself to class. There's a problem. There's a problem. Now, I'm saying this in a very strong way. I love you. I hope you hear me. I love every one of you to death. I love you. I don't even got to know you to know I love you. Why? Because I finally got to see people who suffered for you and for me. So there must be some value in us for them to do what they did. And for them to do it clearly must mean we must be loved, at least worthy of some love. So I'm going to love you. But I do want you to understand, no matter how much I step on the $50 bill, beat it up, stand up, the bottom line is it's still worth $50. Because there's an authority above all of us that says this is worth $50. Here's what I want every person here to know. And this is what Dr. King understood. And this is why he can preach inclusion and equality. Because no matter a person's circumstance, no matter what their external look may be, no matter what they've gone through, the realities inside of us is something that is priceless. Our worth is beyond anything we can imagine. Here's my assignment for every single one. This is a real assignment now. I would like for you, before the day is out, sit down. Piece of paper, you can use a smartphone, however you want to do it. And you got one assignment. And that is, I want you to write down 10 things that you're grateful for. Just not what you're complaining about, not what you don't have, what you're grateful for. This is to adults, this is to kids, just 10 things that you are truly grateful for. Now, this has two functions. One is, the more things you write down, you're going to start discovering just how good and how blessed you are, despite what your challenges may be. The second thing that it does is it prevents you from wasting away or living in what we like to call regret. And the regret is sometimes you don't know what you got until it's gone. And I want to make sure that happens to no one here. So, if this is my assignment, 10 things you're going to be grateful for, I want you to write it down. I want you to find just one other person to connect with, talk about it. And guys, we don't got to be corny about it. Just grab somebody, hey, these are the 10 things I'm grateful for. These are the things they're grateful for. And we go from there. Does that make sense? Okay, last thing I want to share with you. This is the definition of worth and this definition of not only inclusion but equality, but this is important for you to understand. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. There is no one like you in the entire world. You are authentic. You are unique. You are valuable. You are more than your past mistakes. You are more than your victories, and you are more than your disappointments. You are not defined simply by what you do. You are defined by who you are. You have more value than you can even imagine. Your value doesn't drop down simply because you've made some bad decisions or inappropriate actions and decisions. To every girl in here, you are worth so much that you should have some kind of high standard about any boy who should be able to touch you who are priceless. Does that make sense? To every young man in here, you must understand what being a man is. It means being a real man. Anybody can pretend. Anybody can walk around like they know something. We need men to start being men and showing up. That's what it means. What Dr. King did, and so many have come before us, is they have established an environment that we can take full advantage of. But you're not going to take full advantage of it unless you learn to be responsible, until you learn to be and understand your own value and your own worth. When that is right, everything takes care of itself. Does that make sense? Okay, you guys promise you're going to write this list of 10 things down for me, right? Okay, also, when you finish that, you got one other assignment. 10 things that you're grateful for. If on that list it's an actual person that you wrote down, it is your job in the next day to tell that person you're grateful. It might be stuff, you don't got to tell the stuff, thank you. But if it's a person that you've written down on your list, your job is to go to that person and let them know how much you appreciate it. If you can do that for me and we do a little bit of appreciation for each other, we are living the dream Dr. King spoke about. With all that being said, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for having me.